homeless and I'm not hungry. My name's Guy Courts.
And I'm Wade Longendyke.
And we're documentary filmmakers exploring the new panhandling ban in Flint Township. And we're looking to see why this is such an important issue and what people actually think about it and how people actually feel and what the serious problem of society's view on homeless people actually is. Thanks for your time.
While panhandling will soon be a crime in Flint Township, it's a controversial move that township officials made tonight. You've likely seen it before. People on the side of the streets, usually near intersections, asking for anything you can spare.
Good reasons that people, sometimes they need a little bit of, a little bit of money.
If you can panhandle, you can get a job.
The question of whether to allow panhandling is debatable.
Motion carries.
But Flint Township is taking a firm stance after numerous complaints from residents. And tonight, leaders passed an ordinance that bans panhandling and soliciting on the sides of the streets. And those who continue begging can be issued a ticket.
For us to ignore these complaints and not address this issue would be wrong.
Flint Township Supervisor Karen Miller says the ordinance deals with the safety aspect of panhandlers potentially impeding traffic, but more so, she says, is geared to help those on the streets get help from organizations that deal with people experiencing tough times. She says it also helps weed out those in the community who trustees believe have made begging a business.
I have yet to see one of these individuals that I have given money to over here on Mill Road come off from that particular deal, and my car has been stopped for a light for me to roll down the window and give it to him and never be in the road impeding traffic. Some are worthy for it and others are not, and I'd like to see the worthy ones gain something from this.
People should do what they want with their money, and asking for money shouldn't be banned.
I'm against the ordinance because I think there's a misconception in America that we're all so safe and we're all so distant from that. We're all, we're in our homes, we have our heat on, we have our cable, we have our cell phones, everything's good to go, and there's a fragileness there. Some natural disaster, some war, some anything could come through and lose a family member or two, and I don't know about you, but my psyche is not equipped to handle that very well. And the distance you are from in your comfortable home to out on the streets could be a real short walk, and that's why I don't think it's fair for people with money that vote and lobby and push to get laws passed to say, you poor person that is definitely not voting, might not have an ID, who knows what your situation is, we're gonna make laws that prevent you from getting the only amount of income that you seem to be able to get right now.
For a lot of people, it's easy to enforce a law that doesn't really have any effect on them because they've never been there. So I think that we need to have a little bit more compassion with our laws, and instead of trying to sweep people under a rug or hide a problem, we need to face it directly with a more helpful approach.
There are some good people out there that need help from random people like myself and maybe even you. But to tell me that I don't have the right to help someone is like telling me I have the right to stand there and watch someone die and I have the ability to help them.
If I was put on the side of the street, what would I do? Would I go out? Would that be my last attempt to survive? And I think it would. And so I can't blame these people for attempting to survive. And I can't judge these people because I know nothing about them. I may not have that much money to give out, so I can politely say no and be on with my way.
love to get a job. I would love to have a job. You know, it's not that easy. I don't want to be out here. I don't want to do this. I've tried to get jobs. I put applications in all up and down this whole strip. If it was that easy, there wouldn't be people in this situation. But, I mean, once I get a job, it's so hard to keep because I have to get there on time. I have to be properly hygiene to go in there.
Right.
I gotta go. If I get a job and I can't keep it because I can't get there on time, or I can't wake up, or I can't bathe, you know, then what? You know, then I'm in the same spot I was in. The help from people is awesome. You know, you see the good and the bad sides of society when you're doing this. You know, there is people out there that still care and that understand and that want to help people. You know, and then there's people who drive by and yell stuff at me, call me names, and throw stuff at me. Just 4 or 5 days ago, I had somebody hit me in the face with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, and laughed about it. And I picked it up off the ground and I took a bite out of it. You know, I looked at him and I took a bite out of it and I told him thank you because, you know, it's just, I don't see the point of banning it. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not harming anybody. What, we're an eyesore? Like, come on. I just don't understand it. You know, I just don't understand it. Like, please don't do this. You know, a lot of us, we're not all out here for the same reasons. And we're not everybody out here is a drug addict or an alcoholic. You know, and you're stopping us from eating. You know, you're preventing us from getting meals and getting things we need.
Yeah, that sign, you need a job.
Yeah, like that guy right there. This is supposed to be America. Nobody should have to be like this. Nobody should be in this situation. And you know, if you're banning it, what are you saying about the people in your community that you don't care about? You know, you don't care about us. That's how I feel. That they don't care, and they just like, what do you want me to do? Okay, so you ban this because you don't want to see me out here. So what am I supposed to do? Crawl into a hole somewhere?
Right.
Crawl under a rock somewhere and just lay there and die and just, like, stay out of sight.
Right.
You know, I don't understand.
So I'm Karen Miller. I am supervisor of the Charter Township of Flint. We have a 7-member board of trustees, and I'm 1 vote out of the 7, and we rule by majority vote. So as I speak to you, I do represent the township board. I can't speak for them unless we're in a public meeting. When we're having a vote, that's how we rule. So the issue of the ordinance that we're talking about came to be because we received many complaints from residents, from businessmen, women, business people, and visitors, shoppers and stuff, that they had a concern about people being in the street, whether it was charities or the panhandlers. And I've heard this ordinance called the panhandling ordinance, but if you look at the name of the ordinance, it's traffic safety. We took a look at the ordinance that we were trying to pass, and we decided to take a step back, form a committee. We had a committee, I think, of 9 people. They spent a lot of time trying to do the right thing, and they made a recommendation to the board. The recommendation of the committee was to help these people who are asking for money, saying they're homeless and asking for money. So this is the resource card, and it says Get Help Now. It's has a 211 number from the United Way. If anyone, and you don't have to be homeless, but if anyone needs help, you can call the 211 number, and it can give you directions and guidance as far as resources. But for someone who doesn't have a home or is hungry or could be addicted to whatever, alcohol or drugs or whatever. Here are some resources that can help someone, whether they do need housing or food or whatever, if they need rehab. The ordinance specifically addresses what the state law already addresses, that it's illegal to block, impede, or interfere with traffic. This does not infringe upon anyone's First Amendment right. If anybody wants to hold a protest sign, a sign that says I'm homeless or I'm hungry or I need help or I'm selling Girl Scout cookies, you have the right to free speech to do that on the side of the road. You just can't be blocking, impeding, or interfering with traffic by stepping into the road to do that. There is help out there, and we want to help get people who need the help to the resources. It was not our goal to criminalize homelessness. We want to help people. I mean, our charge here is for the safety, health, and welfare of our residents, and we're here to help people. Some people may not think that, but we're here to help people.
But I'm known as the leech out on the street. Some truly believe that I'm lying and I drive a Mercedes. Others think I'm addicted to meth or coke or some